But, so what's up, Seth? What do you got? What do you got for us? What do you want us to go over?
I don't know. I gave you some topics yesterday. I don't
We're
think.
1 hour out from prejudging. Taylor just had a light breakfast, a few whole eggs, a bagel.
Is there anything new you learned on this prep, Taylor?
Not having cheat meals is probably the best thing for me because it doesn't trigger my cravings and like obsessive like
Fixations
Yeah.
just on food, and it's like that. That's something we all fall victim to, right? And I always like people ask like, "Oh, do you have?" One of the first questions, which is moronic in my opinion, but one of the first questions someone will ask when they're inquiring about working with you is like, "Do you do cheat meals?" And it's like, and it's like, I like more so lifestyle clients, but I'm saying like even like prep people, like because some coaches do, some coaches don't, and it's an enticing like advertisement. Like all my clients get to have cheat meals, they still get in shape. You know what I mean? But it's like you have to look at the psychology of somebody. I can't just say like, oh yeah, Bob gets a cheat meal and then Joe doesn't get a cheat meal in his diet. You know what I mean? There's so many genetic variables, but even more like beyond physiology and genetics, it's psychology when it comes to nutrition. And a lot of people don't understand that. So one person may be able to have like a cheat meal or an off-plan meal during a prep, let's go in a contest prep scenario, and they can just like regroup, they can put it behind them the next day and start fresh and have zero cravings. Some people, when they have that off-plan food, like foods that they're not used to, a flexible meal, something or a cheat, whatever you would call it, or they're going out to eat rather than preparing it for themselves, then it kind of there's almost like an emotional um, aspect to it, where then it kind of triggers you to want more of that, and you crave it, and then it actually kind of makes the prep exponentially harder because then you're craving that indulgence, you're craving those cheat meals, then you're looking forward to them, then you're counting down days to your next one, and then that creates an unhealthy relationship with food. And no matter how disciplined you are, we've all been there. I've been there. He's been there. Most bodybuilders, almost anyone that's competed or has any successful weight loss journey has been there. And it's tough. But that's the thing. Some people bode well with it. Some people don't.
you prime yourself with something for so long, and then it's just like
Yeah.
it's hard to not. So I think that having like good foods but no cheats, quote unquote, is definitely mentally make this probably not.
Yeah. So we've done like high carb days, refeeds, whatever you want to call it, which are part of the plan. Or like sometimes towards the end when he was losing weight more rapidly, we would plug them in as needed, which is typically how it goes. But even then, it was mostly the same food sources, just more of them. And on those days, we would add like, some things that we wouldn't typically have, like some simple sugars like honey. What else would we add?
Jelly.
Yeah, a little bit of like natural jam in the morning with breakfast on a bagel, which you wouldn't be getting any days the rest of the week. But another aspect, it's important to cover is having those high days and adding in some things that aren't cheap, like simple sugars like honey, natural jam, stuff like that. There's a lot of digestive benefits. And anyone that's done a prep knows one of the pitfalls you need to work around is getting backed up and running into digestive issues, being in a long-term deficit. So that's actually one of the greatest benefits of throwing some of those foods in. Have a lot of natural enzymes occurring when you're using raw honey. If you find a good, healthy, natural jam with no high fructose corn syrup, like things like that digest and assimilate a little bit easier, not only going to help restore your muscle glycogen, but also aid in digestion. So I think that's key.
I remember the last prep I did Rice Krispie treats,
Yeah,
and it was destroyed my stomach.
yeah. And then a lot of coaches, are set in their ways. They'll use, like candy or like like snack foods, and I'm not saying that can't be incorporated for certain people. Like I said, it's on a person-to-person basis, but I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather stick to whole, clean, natural foods. Get your body used to that. See what works for you, and then carb loading into the show. Those are the same foods we had in last night. It was really just those same high day foods, but just a little bit more of them, depending on the look.
Yeah.
So
2 years ago for this show, I went out to a diner the night before. I ate so much food.
No, it's funny. I think Dave told me that story.
Yeah. literally gained like over 10 pounds in a night. And that, like, it wasn't all I ate either, because then I got up early the next day, went to another diner,
The day of the show.
had a huge breakfast. And then also, like, all throughout the night, I was eating muffins, cereal, waffles, like, you name it, I
Yeah.
had it.
And that's the thing, like especially when you go out to eat, especially like a diner or something, you're not in control of like what they're cooking with, what additives they're putting in the food, what preservatives there are. Comparable to cooking, like even like say I was to have a client do like a cheat meal or an off-plan meal, I would say get your own ingredients and make something clean at home. You know what I mean? You can make some grass-fed burger patties with a bun and some like reduced sugar ketchup, lettuce, stuff like that. You can get creative at home. You can do, a pasta dish, do ground beef with brown rice pasta with just pure tomato sauce. So there's always ways to kind of make it more digestion friendly, and you're in control of the variables. Then you know what's in the food, you know what agrees with you, and you're not doing any guesswork.
And if you're not out ordering it, you don't have the temptation to order other things.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing for me. Like, whenever I'm in prep, like, I want variety. So
Yeah.
it's very difficult
Everyone
to
does.
go,
Yeah.
just get like one thing versus get like 6 different things.
Yeah. Even in like a bulking context, if I have like a planned like off-plan meal when I'm like bulking, I like to do a lot of homemade meals if I can. Or you go somewhere to eat that's clean, like Mediterranean sushi, something that's like
You should have seen Brandon's first plate at the Brazilian steakhouse. Oh, he had literally fucking.
No, literally everything. Well, it's like you said, you want variety when you cheat, you go to show. So it's like I literally wanted to get a little bit.
Bro, he probably had like 3 pounds of food.
Like even if it was like one little, like
Just wanna taste
I
it.
just wanted to know. Yeah.
It's so funny. That's why I don't want to do like the buffet, because I know that there's a shady bagel buffet around here.
Yeah, that's like legendary. You don't want to go
Yeah.
there. You don't want to go there.
Oh yeah, that shit is fire.
Yeah.
We might not make it North Americans.
Well, we would. It would just take like, I mean, you have to be realistic, right? I mean, that's if the show's in less than 3 weeks or about 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
If you cheat like really hard this weekend, it would probably take you a whole week just to get back to baseline, and then we would have 2 weeks. Versus, what we should do is just enjoy a meal tonight, enjoy a breakfast tomorrow, get back on the plan, do a low day or do a moderate day Saturday, a low day Sunday, and then you're right back at it. And then at that rate, the rate your metabolism's going, we could probably get away with doing almost all moderate or high days, running through to North Americans, keep your cardio cut in half.
I almost guarantee you that after Sunday, if we go right back into plan, not Monday, maybe Tuesday, but definitely Wednesday, I'll probably
Will
hit
be.
all-time low.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed.
So the show we're doing today, the PA Muscle, is a regional show. And what they do, like regional shows, you have to place top 2 in your class in order to qualify for a national level show. With this show in particular, if you win the overall, you get a free ticket to North Americans, which is a pro qualifier. So our goal here is obviously to win, punch the ticket to North Americans, and then go pro at North Americans, which is in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So we just want to kind of touch on like what the idea and the goal is behind this show and like peaking for this show and how we're going to roll out from here to the North America essentially.
Well, I mean, like ideally, like say like we nailed the look today, you look great on stage. I mean, the body fat's gone, right? So you're already in shape. And now we're noticing even like with his high carb days this week, his metabolism just taking off. So he was losing weight, even having high carb days consecutive in a row. You even hit almost an all-time low weight after like your 3rd high carb day. Comparable like before, he was having to do no carb days and low carb days and moderate days to get down to that initial weight. So in an ideal scenario, take the win here, get the qualification, and then, since the body fat's gone, we would be able to kind of hold you where you're at and probably tighten up a little bit just as a byproduct, but hopefully keep more of a moderate day diet and then even more high days. So you can just hold that look, probably come in even fuller and harder in North Americans. And then anytime you do that, you're going to be in a more ideal scenario for training. So we'll probably be able to cut his cardio in half, keep it in there. but cut it down. Keep your steps in throughout the day and stay active.
Yeah, I get plenty of steps about walking.
Yeah, 3, yeah. And then just come in even better, right? And maybe even 4. So I mean, come right at in shape at 250 is super heavyweight, and
It's a good number.
yeah, that's a good place to be.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, so a refeed at Shady Maples.
not happening.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to control myself.
3 weeks is just too short. 3 weeks is like kind of like
I'd say it's almost perfect.
it is perfect if you don't go overboard. Like if you went overboard, then we'd need like a week or so to tighten back up and reset and then re-execute. But if we go modest with the tonight and tomorrow, still be able to enjoy yourself and get right back at it.
Right. Just don't do anything obnoxiously stupid.
Yeah.
That's the big thing for me. Which I don't think it's any meal as bad, especially because leading into this show, the little high days,
Yeah. It's real more more satiety.
Yeah.
Than if like you were like, the past preps, like you're grinding all the way to that last day. You don't really get to relax during peak week and actually kick back and let your body rest and come in fresh.
yeah, it's so the easiest peak week I've ever had.
Yeah.
I really like tapering the carb zone versus just fucking slamming. It's way better for my midsection.
I think it's better for everybody, right?
Of course, Sam didn't have that.
He didn't have that luck to make weight. I mean, it's not near do I typically for it. It's
I get bigger, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, but Brandon was eating like kids' meal sized chicken and rice like 10 weeks out.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It's like, how fuck?
Well, it was weird because at the beginning of my prep, I was actually eating a lot and I was getting really lean on a lot of food. But then it hit the point where like my body did not want to go below 260.
Yeah.
Just did not. So I almost had to like force the weight off. And then when I got to 250, my body did not want to get below 250. So I had to like really force the weight off. And then it's like slowly it started picking up. And then I would say I was around 250 for most of the prep.
Yeah.
Or not most of the prep, most of the last month. And then probably from the last couple weeks dropped, down to make weight at 242. Which I just made.
Yeah, barely. Which is good because you can hold your sizes, focus on your posing.
Yeah, just focus on presentation.
Yeah, it's literally it.
Yeah.
You probably even really need the heavier training is hard.
I mean, I do have to admit, I did get carried away with like eating too much. I mean,
We ate so much fucking food.
well, I mean, I ate clean.
Brandon didn't want to film it because,
It was embarrassing.
yeah, but we ate so much fucking.
It's like, don't look at me, I'm eating.
Here is so much.
But like, cut it up. No, I'm kidding. But it's like, I ate clean during the day, and then I had like cheat at night. And then same thing. Next day, we went to the beach, ate clean during the day, had a few cheats at night. That was the worst day because we had a few cheats. So
No, literally, or I don't know if we ate usually the best. Is a grouper sandwich clean?
it was grilled. It was grilled, and it was the world famous grouper sandwich. So I had to kind of check off the bucket list. But yeah. So then I don't think I gained any fat really. I just have a lot of water weight and glycogen. So
He did look crazy the next day at MI40.
oh yeah, it's insane. But now I look just like I'm still hard, but I'm watery. You know what I mean? So I think I just need to, really tighten it up this next week. And I feel by next week I'll be at baseline, hoping with the same look I had before I left for Tampa, and I can resume prep and be on track.
Florida State.
We'll see. Got a few in mind. So, but yeah, it's all about posing and presentation for me. It's going to take it serious. Your posing, I was impressed with. Just like seeing you go through the motions, you're very natural at it, and I can tell you've been practicing a lot.
Yeah,
It's good.
I think also like having the check-ins every day.
It does help
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, just been trying to focus on more transitions than anything because you don't hold them for long. If you aren't in them, they're not going to keep you there. So that's like one of the biggest things that I've been trying to focus on, especially since my training's been so well. Like I haven't really had to struggle through training, so I've been able to actually have time for posing and everything.
Yeah.